Hi, Tom Anderson, day 44 of 100 Days of Thankfulness. Today I'm talking about the importance of salvation and also why I'm so thankful for Erica Lehner. So, yesterday I was talking about the importance of grace, and I shared with you how I felt it was God's grace that was, actually brought Karen into my life. Now that anytime God intervenes in our life here on earth, and I think all of you know, I believe that happens quite frequently, that's called providence. Now, God's grace does not just extend to our life here on earth, but it extends to life beyond earth. That's actually why Jesus, that was his purpose, that was his role, was to give us salvation as a free gift. Now, a lot of people get confused about, if it's a free gift, then we should all get to go to heaven and not have to worry about it. Well, look at it this way. If I were to knock on your door, and let's say you didn't know me at all, and I was to say, here, I bought this for you, drink it, and it's, some little vial of, looks like orange Kool-Aid, you probably, since you don't know me, you probably wouldn't drink it. And if I started going on and explaining, please drink it, I sold my house so that you could have it, you might, slam the door and call 911 on me, right? Now, if you actually knew me, if you knew what I was about, if you knew why I wanted you to drink it, let's say you discovered, let's say you were just curious and you started having conversation with me and you found out that, I worked at a hospital and I happened to discover, because I was a researcher there, I discovered that you were dying from some disease, and I realized that I could find a cure for you, but the only way I could possibly afford it was to sell my house. And you did, you looked into it and investigated, and sure enough, this is all, my story checks out. I actually am a researcher, and I did discover, I did the lab results and found out you're dying of this deadly disease, and I did sell my house in order to afford this medicine for you, and I am legitimately bringing it to you and offering it to you for nothing, just because I want to save your life. I want my life to be about, saving another person's life, and I felt like God had put me in that position to do that for you, and it was so important to me that it was worth selling my house to do that for you. When I sacrifice so much to do that for you, and you realize the truth and you realize you're dying, right? If first you have to realize there's this need in the first place, then of course you're going to drink it. So I think that analogy kind of it's sort of a small scale of what Jesus did for all of us, right? Those of us that have rejected Jesus have rejected him simply because we didn't know him and because we didn't understand him. It's not any more complicated than that. You can't receive a gift unless you actually take it and accept it. Even though it's freely offered to all of us, and we all have that choice, if we don't believe it, if we don't take the time to actually look into the story to see, is this true, then we can't possibly accept it, because it's craziness. And the reality is, when we look at everything that we're trying to accomplish in our life, that's, life is by, and it goes by in a blink of an eye. Salvation is something that is for all eternity. So think about all the effort that we put into, for buying our house, and, for buying the nice things that we get, for buying the clothes, for buying the food, that we need to survive. all of that obviously is critically important, but none of that compares to an eternity in heaven with Jesus. So that's really, I guess, my point of the importance of salvation is it's more important than anything else that you could endeavor for in your life. And once you have it, the only thing that even comes close is other people's salvation, right? You know, I feel like I've already hit that grand slam success, and I've received this salvation. The only thing that really would give my life any more meaning is that I, you know, could help my family to also have that as well, and my friends. And for that matter, people I don't even know. You know, what if someone just should happen to stumble across this video and realize, wow, he's right, this is what it's all about. That's great. I mean, we have all eternity to, if I never meet you here in this life, we have all eternity to get to know each other. So Erica, I think she got that early on. You know, even when I first met her, she was heavily involved in Campus Crusade for Christ. And, you know, she ended up in her, as an adult, she devoted several years to doing missionary work overseas. So, you know, the other thing, I actually didn't tell Erica this, but she once recommended, she gave me a book as a gift, you know, for helping support her ministry. And the book was called Safely Home by Randy Elkhorn. And that was a real long time ago that she gave me that book as a gift. And to this day, it's still, other than the Bible, it's still my favorite book. And the funny thing about it is it's a fictional story. So I highly recommend it. It's Safely Home by Randy Elkhorn. I'm going to talk about Randy Elkhorn on another. I'm going to do another video on him later on. But I just want to say thank you to Erica for being a part of Karen's life, for being a part of my life, and for being a part of all these people that are discovering Jesus through you. That is just such an amazing thing that you have decided to make your life be all about. So thank you.